Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Split Mountain Ranch. I think we're plowing our last field. Um, that hasn't been taken care of yet. I just finished liming that field over to the right. Last episode we planted wheat in the field dead ahead. So, yeah, we're getting close to having kind of everything prepared. I probably need to plow up the grass fields. We'll take a look at those. In order to get our precision farming score up on those fields. If you recall prior episodes, it's been a hot minute since we did an episode on here. We're plowing pretty much everything one time here to get all of our tillage squared away on Split Mountain Ranch. And then going into year 2 and beyond, these cereal crops, we will direct drill those and only plow in any of the root crops that we do. So this is after the premium expansion. If we choose to do any of the new crop types on this map, we will have to lease and or buy the harvester the 4-row, because I am not doing 1 row at a time. And we would have to put down... Now we could put pigs down, and I think you can feed those carrots, parsnips, beetroot, beets, red beets. I think you can feed them to pigs. But I think you can. So that would be an option, but you wouldn't get the profit that you would get out of doing the production, of course. So we'll consider that. I did cut down a tree and drag it over here, because we did make that field that we were just plowing a little bit bigger. I can probably show you that on the map. But we can bring this plow, just leave it over here for now. That'll be fine. And we can go over here, I think in this shed, maybe? Question mark? Yeah. Here is the Precision Farm soil sampler. We'll grab that. So you want to do this before you put your lime down. Lime is pretty much a must on all of our fields, it seems. None of these fields were taken care of very well, so we are still in the process of this is wheat to our left here. We're still in the process of getting all of our fields in shape. You can see a lot of white around the map. Those are done. We'll unfold this. That was the wrong. Is field 21 hours? It is not. Yeah, that's not our field. So you can see the big circle. Probably just take 2 samples. We'll get that one. Drive down here. I'm just trying not to get field 21 because we don't really own it, but we're going to get field 18, field 20 a little bit probably. Which is fine, I guess. Alright. And we will send those 2 off. See all the various colors. So those soil samples are back. 300 bucks for that. And then we can see how terrible this ground was as well. Just shut this one down here. Run over here to the old lime spreader. And it doesn't really even matter, truth be told. With precision farming, you just need to get everything limed. It's going to take what it takes, and it's always going to take some. Most times, the first time you lime it, it's going to take a lot. And it is taking quite a bit. I'm not being as precise as I could be. Lime's not that expensive. Probably gonna have to run back and top this off. Most definitely. Do that. A lot of my key bindings got reset. Gotta say, it's frustrating. I don't know why. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. They probably have to do that if they're adding features that take particular key bindings. Then I suppose when they do a major update, they just need to establish a baseline. And get all those key bindings reset and let people set them however they want them. I think this trailer holds 15,000 liters. This spreader. I have to decide what we want to plant. As that's filling, we can only plant wheat and barley right now. And this map has not even been updated for the new crops. And what do we have in the ground? We have 2 fields in the ground. That are wheat. We could put barley in here. um, why don't we put barley here, barley here. Maybe even barley over here. Could do that. I'm just gonna shoot across this field. It is just limed, it's not planted. No harm, no foul, we own it. Let's see how long it's gonna rain today. I suppose you can plant in the rain. Not sure a real farmer would do that, but so the thing about precision farming is, as you're putting down your lime and fertilizer, for example, and most of the fertilizer I put down when I'm planting anyways, but it will auto, so it's going to turn off there. So that means probably when we get down here to this little section I missed, it may not drop any lime there. There's a car and a car. Oh, it did. Good. Okay, good. Alright, so that's done. Yeah, let's go ahead and throw down some barley. How about it? We'll use the New Holland. So we'll run this back to the farm. Not going to worry about putting stuff away right now. Just park this up right here for now. What is the weather saying here? 1300. Let's speed up time a little bit, see if we can get this rain to stop. Drop the soil sampler just over here in the corner, out of the rain. Pick up the cedar. Go top that off. While we're waiting for the rain to stop. That'll work. Seed going in. Let's switch that to barley before I forget. Fertilizer's the expensive part. There we go. Slow down time a little bit. Yeah, let's put barley here. Okay, barley going in the ground. We'll put barley in that new field over there we just plowed up, and then we'll decide if we're going to put it in another one. That'll be good. That'll give us, what, 5 fields in the ground. I know I want to put down some corn. I want to get into the corn chaff. I haven't done that before. We're going to have to do some tree harvesting this winter, because we definitely are going to need some cash by a forage harvester. Definitely, definitely. I will pick up these little pieces I'm missing. Don't you worry about that. Still getting used to the old gear, or the steering wheel. Yeah, so we'll do quite a bit of tree harvesting this winter when nothing else is going on. We'll keep the firewood shed rolling. And we'll sell logs directly to the old sawmill as well. Keep that instant income going. I should really learn to do headlands more consistently. Takes a little pressure off of trying to get turned around and lined up before you drop your implement. Not sure what's to the right of us up over that bank. Might be the edge of the map. For a minute there it looked like a lime field, and then for a minute there it looked like a big lake. I don't think it's probably either one of them, probably. This little section right here. It takes a minute, longer than I anticipated, for this cedar to drop. I do like the working width of this. That does enable us to get some stuff done a little bit quicker. We have a lot of fields on this we own. You know, we went in pretty big on this map, if you recall. And I like the texture this cedar puts down as well. Hit a tree. Don't hit a tree. It's nice to have the lime down, then you can see the little pieces you missed. Back and clean up your work after the fact. Yeah, we're putting down quite a bit of fertilizer. That'll happen in this first harvesting season, or this first planting season as well, to get the soil right. So we will probably have to top off this too before we plant a bunch more. I don't mind having to work my way around these trees a little bit. It does add some character to the map. Just grab these couple pieces here. Yeah. It is a slow dropping, slow lowering planter or cedar, whichever you'd like to call it. I suppose there's a technically right term. One is planting crops like corn, sunflowers. One is planting cereal crops like wheat and barley, but they're both planting. They're both seeding. When I was growing up, we always called it a planter. Didn't matter what we were planting. There's a lot of traffic on this map, it seems like. What I don't see, however, now that I just thought about it because those birds flew out in front of me, those crows, what I don't see are a lot of deer. And I really wish, I mean, I think it would be awesome. I know it's not a priority for them, obviously, because this is a game about farming, but I think it would be awesome if they would put some more animals into the game. You know, even if it was just occasional, you know, which would make sense, like a bear on occasion. Depending on where you are, maybe some elk. Even some smaller animals. You know, groundhogs and foxes and coyotes, and that variety on a map, in my opinion, would be very, very cool. I would love that. And there, I just picked that up too fast. That would be very cool. I would love that. So the last pass, these are decent sized fields. Let's pass on this one. We'll take a look at the map. I think maybe that field straight ahead was the next one. Yeah, we talked about this one and this one, so that one is straight ahead. We'll just go ahead and we'll leave the planter unfolded. And we will come over here. Just continue on. Planting some more barley here. I'm really curious, so I'm gonna go do it. Curious traffic, I can get in front of you. What's up here, if anything? Maybe? Nothing. Maybe you can't. Maybe this is the end. Oh, there is a lake. It is the end of the map. But that is beautiful. Yeah, we are on the edge of the map. I'm telling you guys, you should be playing on this map. If you're playing Farming Simulator, this is just a great map. It's just a beautiful map. You can see we did line the sugar beets there behind us. I think that's the sugar beet field. And potentially, I don't remember, potentially threw down some fertilizer for it as well. I mean, I don't really plan on doing a lot of sugar beets. I mean, if we put pigs down somewhere, I think you can do sugar beets on pigs. But we'll see. Be a little crop destruction there. I also, I don't know what people think. If you're playing the game, you can maybe drop me a comment, but what people think about the new map and the new crop types. I've never been a fan, personally, of the root crops. However, you can just very simply, and it is pretty simple, you can harvest those root crops. What I did was I hired a worker. We borrowed money on that map too, by the way. A couple million. I hired a worker, and I'm gonna try to go back and do another headland here. I don't hit this tree. Okay. I had the hired worker run the harvester, and then I bought an auger wagon as a chaser wagon, and had the hired worker will stop. Like, you can't, there's no hoppers in these harvesters. Well, one of them has a hopper, a small hopper, but so there's no, ideally, or I mean, reality is that's that one that has a hopper is a one row harvester. Well, I ain't about that work. So in all the other harvesters, they have no hopper. So you have to like a forage harvester. You have to have somebody go along with. Now I've seen some people try to do like follow me and set up a path, that's so many meters in front and so many meters behind or beside, and then they're running the harvester, and the hired worker is obviously running the follow me grain wagon or whatever you want to call it. That was really problematic in my mind. But for you to run the harvest, the trailer, I used an auger wagon because you get a lot of crop off of these root crops. So I used an auger wagon and then loaded it into a tractor trailer. It worked actually very, very well. Now, I wish the auger wagon I was using was just a little bit lower. You have to really be a little bit careful of how you approach the harvester to get your auger wagon underneath the conveyor belt where the product drops. But not bad at all. I thought I was going to hate it. I really enjoyed it. And the key, I think, is for long term, because it may get old after a while, the key long term, I think, is because you get a ton of product from the root crops. It's always been that way. I think that the key is that you create your fields in the size that you're willing to commit to, the harvest. Don't make it hard on yourself by having this great big humongous field and then it takes you 6 hours to harvest the thing. Like, just do yourself a favor, cut down the size of your field and have multiple smaller fields that you can harvest in, less than an hour. And then it's not as stressful, it's not as frustrating, and you can take a break from it and feel like you accomplished something because you got the field harvested. So, the other thing that is going to be extremely useful, which I kind of always use it, when you're buying equipment, there's a mod, and I don't remember what the mod is called, but the mod enables you to adjust the working speed of whatever it is you're buying. Install that mod, and then you don't have to go crazy, because you don't really want to go crazy, especially on the root crop harvesting, and increase the harvesting speed a little bit. Like, I had the harvester, its working speed as a base game unmodified harvester is 4 miles an hour. Well, that's really slow. I changed that to 6. So it's a feature that you can do in the store when you're buying the product. It gives you the option to increase the working speed. Now, I think, based on my last experience, I think I'm going to actually change that to 7 miles an hour. and see how that feels. You can't go super fast. You just can't, because it's too hard to get, you know, the trailer that you're pulling in order to collect the vegetable has to get lined up with the harvester and all of that kind of stuff. And if your harvester's taking off at 10 or 12 mile an hour, it's just going to be, it would be a nightmare. You know, it'd be very stressful for you to get everything lined up as you would like to. So make it reasonable. You hire the worker to run the harvester, and you run the wagon and the tractor to run alongside. And trust me, it will be a very reasonable experience. And the thing about these root crops is that you can make a ton of money and you can get a lot of yield. So you could be, say for example on this map, you know, we could be planting and harvesting barley and, I don't know, maybe making it into bread or something, flour. But these produced products for the carrots, whoops, and the parsnips and the beets yield a nice price. So you could spend an hour harvesting a carrot field that's probably about the size of this one. And you could make potentially a couple $100,000 off the product that you sell. Like, that's how good it is. That's how good it is. So you can harvest a barley field in, I don't know, a fifth of the time and make a tenth of the money. Or you could harvest a smaller field that takes longer but makes you a lot more money. So that is your call on that. But I guess I can't see nothing. That's kind of my take on the root crops. So we're going to get to the last field done, and then we will be back with you when we get this barley in the ground. And we'll take a quick look at the map. I think we're going to be in pretty good shape here on Split Mountain Ranch finally. And we'll talk about what's going to be next. So I'll see you in a couple minutes. Okay guys, welcome back. Getting finished up on this field, I did have to go back and add a little fertilizer to the tank. I also realized that I did not give any consideration whatsoever to crop rotation when I decided these two fields needed barley put in them. So we could be off on our crop rotation, which could hurt our yield. We'll take a look at that when we get done with this last pass here. Which is kind of disappointing if that is in fact the case. Maybe we lucked out. Not usually how things go for me, though. I don't usually luck out on much. But there that is. Bad, good, whatever. Living with the fate of our decisions. Just hop out here. Take a look at what we got. Alright, well, crop rotation's 100%. So, yield potential 125. Okay, so we got lucky. Got lucky on that one. This one, yeah, crop rotation. See, we get 115% for crop rotation, 140% expected yield. So crop rotation matters. Okay, this one we got lucky. It was fallow. So that one is good. Yeah, got lucky. Then this one over here. Well, we got lucky on this one too. It had cotton. It had soybeans. It had. I never know which way that goes. Yeah, so we lucked out on that. But we will try not to make that mistake again. 'Cause that's not the way it should work. So we'll get this back to the farm. And then I want to look at one other thing. I'll put all this stuff away between episodes. Easy there, buddy. Easy. Did I leave you running? Oh my goodness. What a rookie. There's the old sheepers. Can I jump the fence? I can. Hey buddy. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Food and water, probably. Speaking of, lots of both. Lots and lots of both. Chickens are making eggs. Good job, ladies. Good job. Lots of food there. Where is... Where is Sunny? Sunny. I need to do something quick about this one. Bye-bye. Alright, where's Sunny at? She swimming? Where's Sunny at? I want to find her. I mean, I know how I can find her. I'd like to find her naturally, though. I'm supposed to be over here keeping an eye on the sheep and the chickens. Goodness gracious, where could she be? Sometimes I wonder if they kind of despawn And then you throw food in the bowl, and they magically appear somewhere. Come running across farmyard. I like this farm, by the way. Very pleased. Alright, well, I don't know where she is, and somebody left the front door open. Huh, wonder who did that. Alright, Sunny, where are you? Which direction is she gonna come from? She's a long way away. Somebody take Sunny. Where the heck? There she is. Goodness gracious, dog. Where were you? Oh, girl. Alright, eat your supper. Alright, guys, that's gonna do it. Let's close the door to the house. Quickly, let's just take a look. Grown. Harvested. Um, Needs plowing. Fields. Which one is this? This is our grass field. Yep. Alright, so we'll do that next time. We did get a crop harvested off of that. We'll plow this up. Probably get the grass planted back in it again. This number 1 over here, I think, is grass also. No. Do we own that? We do. Oh, that's the sugar beets. Yeah, that'll need plowed after we get that done. So we only have... I don't think we own that field. We don't. So we only have these 2 fields left to plow, which we will do. I don't know why we have these little edges. Anyways, 2 fields left to plow. What are in those? Is right here. I certainly... Yeah, I don't know why that's telling me that our little edges that need plowed. Crop rotation is good. Potato sorghum. We're probably going to throw... potatoes. Maybe we'll put corn in this one. But anyways, enough of all that. Yep. That's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Leave me a like and a comment. Let me know what you think of Split Mountain Ranch. We'll talk to you on the next one. Take care. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.